Welcome, everybody, to Page 7. My name is Jackie Zabrowski.
And I'm MJ. The story of the week is the devastating loss of Hayden Panettiere. But here at Page 7...
Amber, tell your children not to walk my way.
Oh.
Tell your children not to hear my words, what they mean, what they say. Amber, not about to see your light. But if you want to find out with me, I can show you what it's like. Till y'all bleed out. Uh-oh. For those out there that maybe got to see me be Jakzig this week, I hope that you are enjoying hearing Mother done a second time. Yes, for those of you that do not know, I am doing a version of Danzig over on the last podcast stream, the stream on the left, and it's gonna be. And you will have seen it already by the time this has come out, so I thought that I would, just at least squeak it out here first. But also, Amber Nelson is joining us on this week's episode of Page 7. Can we give her a round of applause?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to be here.
Thank you.
Jackie, you have a great voice for punk rock.
Whoa.
Because you have a good voice already, but now you got that edge.
Thank you.
You got that New York City edge to you.
Oh my gosh, I'm
So
Jackie Jet.
Jackie Jet. That'd be great.
Maybe you should...
And I slice. That's what Jackie Jet does.
Yeah.
She slices and she sings.
Now that Good Charlotte is under some scrutiny because of Hilary Duff's relationship with that guy from Good Charlotte when she was 16 and he was 25, maybe you could become the Good Charlotte frontman.
Whoa. Do you think I could also bring this one Danzig song that I know that I could? Is that what's going to really take me to the top here, guys?
It's a generational difference, I think, between the Good Charlotte people and the Danzig people, unfortunately.
Certainly there is. And I imagine a lot of the Danzig people probably don't want to be compared to the Good Charlotte people. And you can let us know, page7podcast@gmail.com, if you are upset.
Right, because Good Charlotte's more like rawr with like the gloves with stripes on them, and Danzig's more like I'm doing drugs in the bathroom.
Gloves with stripes on them, like Mickey Mouse?
You know
but
what
in
I mean?
prison?
Like the drugs with stripes, the gloves with stripes on them, like they're long.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
Long-fingered? I just imagine them just dragging their fingers on the floor as they're trying to play the guitar, and they're like, I'm trying here, but I keep dating these 16-year-olds.
I don't remember much about Good Charlotte except at the time I was like, they're not really punk. Green Day is the real punk. That's
and again,
about
the
as far as it
Danzig
goes.
fans, if you get us up, page7podcast@gmail.com, if you want to let us know what's actually really punk, because I hate to break it to you, MJ. I hate it. I'm pretty sure it's not Green Day nor Good Charlotte. But
Yeah.
This will ignite the punks. Punks, sound off.
Sound off. Come
sound
at us.
off.
You know we're not punkists here, but I'm down and I support your movement. but Amber, you're a bit of a punkist.
I do love punk. I like that it's just very anti-establishment, and you don't have to look or dress or be a certain way. I think it's more of an attitude.
You're right.
It's a mindset. I had everyone knows me for my ska, but if you don't love me at my ska, you can't accept me at my punk. I also had a big I'm a punk phase, which, of course, people who say it's Green Day, you can always name a earlier punk band. You can say the Sex Pistols or the Ramones, but I think Green Day has cred. Early Green Day. And then it got weird. Later, Green Day got a little weird.
One of the bands that kind of helped start like that garage punk sound is this band called Los Psychos, and they started in the 60s in Peru. So this is before the internet, of course, but like through word of mouth in the 1960s, people were like, holy shit, they're now one of my top 5 bands. They've only had one album. But this weekend, I was feeling kind of down and a little sad.
Why? How dare? Who did this to you, Amber?
The world. And then my roommate was like, let's go out. And I was like, I don't want, okay.
Are you talking like let's go out?
Yeah, like let's go, like get out of this house. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll drag my feet. And I just had jeans and like I was like, I'm not dressing up. I barely even put on makeup. I don't give a fuck. I'm just here. And then a Los Psychos cover band was at the bar.
Is that what you posted?
yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Look at that.
That's fun. Yeah, seeing live music really is a great way to get yourself out of a funk. And it really goes to show that it can be a bar band. It can be like, it doesn't have to be Les Mis in concert at Radio City. It could be any musical performance.
But it could be.
It could be Les Mis in concert at Radio City.
I mean, and this is coming from Amber. She loves value steaks and meaty chips Nelson. And that is how I describe described you yesterday when I was looking for, I mean, maybe that is an intro into whatever snack we might have later on. But over the weekend, MJ, I did get an opportunity to see Amber eat, I'm going to say, I think the second cheapest steak you've ever eaten.
Right. The first cheapest was on Bourbon Street.
It was on Bourbon Street.
I think it was like $10, but he said it's the cheapest steak on Bourbon Street.
Cheapest steak on Bourbon Street. And that got Amber right into that establishment.
Just picked up.
Literally,
you called?
barking on the street, cheapest steak in Bourbon Street. And Amber's like, I gotta get in there. Get me in there. It makes me so, and it was so funny because we were at this dive bar. It was awesome. Eddie had this awesome Disney show, Dead Men Tell Some Tales.
It was great.
And it was really, truly wonderful. And I'm definitely going to talk about it later on because I got the opportunity to play the Queen of Hearts again, which I got to do on Hoopa Goo Goo. And check that out if you were wondering if I just screech as the Queen of Hearts. But I didn't realize that I connect with the Queen of Hearts.
Well, you get to boss
so
men around, so I think that's what the thing here.
I got a lot out that I needed to get out that I didn't realize I needed to get out. And then as I was on stage doing this, I was like, you're being very, very mean right now. But I was allowed to be.
It's hilarious.
It's the beauty of being in character, y'all. But after the show, we find this dive bar. And I don't know how we found
it's
this
like
spot.
sailors themed.
It was sailor themed, but also because we were in there with a bunch of Disney people, they took over the jukebox and they were playing a bunch of Disney songs at this dive bar at 11:30, and it was we were getting some interesting looks.
Wait, I want to know, do you remember any of the songs specifically?
I'm talking Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. I'm talking we're not talking like A Whole New World.
No,
we're talking deep cuts that they happen to have on the jukebox. Fascinating.
A lot of men just kind of looking at us.
Yeah,
single men.
Very upset with what was happening. And Amber and I are just like, not us. It's not really coming from us. But you know what was coming from us? And that was the smell of what was it called? Baseball steak?
Yeah, I'd never heard of it.
Ate?
Baseball steak. And I was like, I'll take it. It was like $20 for that, mashed potatoes and peas.
I heard her ask the woman who could not have cared less. She was like, what's the best thing you got here? And she's like, I don't know. Just staring at Amber.
This is not that type of place. I don't have recommendations for you.
And it was so adorable because Amber's like, well, it says here on the menu.
It's famous baseball steak.
It's famous baseball steak. And it said famous baseball steak on it. So Amber immediately purchased it. So funny. And they're like, come on, guys, we got to get some steaks. And Eddie's like, get some food. I was like, I'm okay. You know, I just had poo-poo fruit. I don't need,
Did you go to the bathroom down that haunted hallway?
No, I did not go to the bathroom.
This place, it was attached to this, what I could only describe as a haunted apartment complex that the Black Dahlia must have lived in there, that kind of thing.
You are correct. That is about it. Yeah.
And then you have to go through this mailbox area, down a set of stairs, and there's no lights. And Ed said there was just a giant cockroach in the bathroom. And then he told the front desk guy, and he was just like, I don't care.
Not my problem.
My problem.
Now, how was the steak?
Good. It was good.
She said it was pretty good.
It was pretty
There you
good. The cheapest steak on Bourbon Street, that was not very good. I was very hungover. And also their bathrooms had literal fecal matter dripping from the side of the toilet. Around, kissing and hugging the edge.
Actually, it's kind of nice because it's the steak is so great that it explodes out of you.
It explodes.
It can't even be contained.
I think that was $7 to $10. Cheapest steak on Bourbon Street.
Cheapest steak on Bourbon Street. I mean, that'll get Amber right in there. MJ, what is the cheapest amount you would spend on a steak?
I don't eat steak, and so I'm over here trying really hard to conjure what is an appropriate price for a steak. When you said $20, I was like, that sounds expensive, but it sounds like it's not for a steak.
No, it's not, MJ.
It's not.
Very,
you're
very
gonna
cheap.
you're gonna want to pay more for a steak.
What do you pay for a steak, Jackie?
I mean, I'm going to be real with you. Oftentimes, I will get on a high horse that it really depends on the steakhouse of if I feel the preparation and if the quality is good, because sometimes I feel like they charge a lot of money for a steak, all right? And it's too much. And I'm just like, okay, Outback, I understand the economy is different now, but me thinks that this meat quality has not changed. But there are certain places that you go and you're like, oh, you know, it's like that you do spend like you get one of the tomahawks that they say is for $2, but those are usually like, like $200 steaks that you eat. You're just like, oh, and just makes me think of What About Bob whenever they are eating everything. And I'm always chasing that experience.
The salty butter meaty.
Salty butter meaty. See, value steaks and meaty chips. Amber Nelson right here.
MJ, are you vegetarian?
I'm not anymore. I was for a long time, but steak's just never been my jam. And even if I get to the point where I could afford nice food, which I think I could, I'm certainly not, there was like a whole year where
you can afford nice food. Okay, brag much.
No, like there was a year where in New York where I would work until 6 in Manhattan, and then I would go to, shows afterwards, and I would not allow myself to spend more than $3 on a meal. And I did that for a full year, and it was either pizza or falafel and or dumplings. And but now I think that I've like done damage to myself, so that even if I can have nice food, I'm like, is it worth it? Shouldn't I just be eating trash?
No,
but I need
sometimes worth it,
that's the thing. I've Irish Catholic austerity'd myself into like I don't deserve nice things, so that even if I'm like at a nice restaurant, I'm like, this isn't that much better than the $2 Vanessa's dumplings on 14th Street that I got.
Dumplings at home.
Yeah, exactly.
You're essentially that meme. But, we need all kinds out here. You guys know I still eat, even though I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from. I still go to Taco Bell. I mean, speaking of trash person, you can't keep me away. I was back, I think, not even 10 days later. And because I had to wait for it to move through my body.
Yeah.
So thank you, Taco Bell, for giving us the diet standards like we see in Desperate Housewives. Amber, this morning, MJ and I were watching Desperate Housewives, and there's the whole storyline of Gabrielle, who is Ava
Longoria,
she's trying to teach these young girls how to be models, and she's like, and one of the girls asks, do models eat pizza? And she's like, sometimes, but then they have a finger for dessert. And which is, guys, see, look at God, Amber. Finger for dessert.
2006, man, they could just do so much on TV.
Anything. In fact, guys, while Amber's here, we try to keep it light while Amber's around, because we know that Amber talks about a lot of upsetting things on her other show, not on Brighter Side, which is where you get the reprieve, but we're talking about Spun. But unfortunately today, we would be remiss if we did not bring up the very, very sudden and very tragic death of Hayden Panettiere. Yeah. And we need to at least bring it up and acknowledge it, because it is very tragic. And now, of course, a lot is coming out about the final interviews she had been having, and her memoir had just dropped, and it seemed that she was still very much struggling. And it's genuinely so sad. She's 36? She was 36 years old.
Well, she had postpartum, I read, and then apparently her delivery was like hours and hours, like something like 13 to 16 hours, and she had to get 7 blood transfusions. And then when her baby was finally put in her arms, she said she quote unquote felt nothing. And I think that we just need to do more research on postpartum care, because what the fuck?
Totally. This is, I'm like, I am so sad about Hayden Panettiere. Hence, like, I'm like, let's keep talking about steaks. But no, we gotta talk about it.
We just at least need to. Don't worry, we'll be pausing in just a moment, so we'll be able to move on. We needed to bring up the fact that it is, and it's just taken Hollywood by storm, and really so many people are coming out just talking about just having wonderful experiences with her, and unfortunately, I think it started long before the postpartum, and I think that just certainly didn't help anything.
But I'm grateful to her for speaking about that.
Yes.
Anytime a celebrity speaks about struggles with, like Britney Spears spoke about perinatal depression, with depression while she was pregnant. And I'm like Hayden Panettiere saying, like, I saw that, like she said, I thought that you're supposed to see the baby and feel this rush of love, and I did not feel that. And I feel like talking about the postpartum mental health struggle is so important. Obviously, she had a lot of other things that she was struggling with too. But yeah, she's a bright, shining talent and an amazing person, despite all the stuff that she, was dealing with. And this one's hitting really hard.
And thank you so much for sharing that. But I am going to silence you right now because we've got to hear from our sponsor. Very cogent point, MJ, and I'm really glad that we stopped because honestly, it was getting too real for me, all right? Sometimes in page 7, things stop getting polite and start getting real, and I'm worried that you guys are going to take me to Seattle and slap me. And yes, I am referring to the real world. I'm always thinking about reality somewhere, guys, but not our current reality. I want to leave that outside.
I think that so we'll get much more into all of the Hayden Panettiere stuff on tomorrow's show, Second Helpings. That's where we can kind of go deeper. But I mean, just, at page 7 for celebrities, we read both Jeanette McCurdy's memoir and Allison Stoner's memoir. Allison Stoner had a very emotional post about Hayden Panettiere yesterday because they worked together.
Allison Stoner was just sobbing. It's really so many people are truly devastated. It's very shocking.
And I bring up Jeanette McCurdy and Allison Stoner because both of them were child stars, and obviously so was Hayden Panettiere, and both of their memoirs are just scorching, scathing indictments of what it's like to be a child star and what the industry does to them. And, we now just have how many actresses specifically, but actors too, child actors of that generation, like a little younger than us, the like Nickelodeon, Disney, and the Hayden Panettiere wasn't quite on that track, but like the list of, from Amanda Bynes to like Aaron Carter to Hayden Panettiere, it just feels like I'm screaming over here. Like, I really think something has to change, like, profoundly.
Yeah.
And didn't they have a countdown clock for the Olsen twins to turn 18?
Oh,
sure did.
Like, take those guys out who said that and like shoot them in the back of the head. Like, why are we just allowing? Like, well, I can't believe they just said that. It's crazy. It's like, no, kill them. They need to die. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And also, though, we're talking next week. We have 2 episodes getting into the nitty gritty of Liza Minnelli, and it's crazy to think that we were just talking about Judy Garland. And I know while they're not getting the uppers and downers straight from the studio execs, it really does seem like they're not helping a lot of people. I don't think that they've learned much since the time of Judy Garland when they just destroyed her.
Right. Well, Henry does sell me uppers and downers.
I mean, how do you think we get all this work done?
He's a different type of boss. When I was a kid, I know I've mentioned this before and that nobody cares, but I was really, really, really obsessed with the Little Rascals. The original.
No, all right, alfalfa. Okay.
I think it's just the curse of being a child actor. Like from the 1920s, all of the Little Rascals met horrible ends. And they acted like it was kind of this like unique thing to the Little Rascals. And I've been on my high horse of like abolish child acting. But like I said, the Hayden Panettiere stuff is hitting so hard. And after all of these documentaries about what the Nickelodeon kids went through, and I was thinking about the curse of the Little Rascals because I was like, I think
you always
curse,
are. Yes,
yes, I do. I'm living in the curse of the Little Rascals. No, I just think that it's
I'm living the curse. Just staring at your children, just being like, I'm living the curse of the Little Rascals.
No, I will never put my children in the entertainment industry because it's full of sharks.
But that's crazy thing to say, MJ. Ariana Grande's doing fine, and she was a child actress. I mean, she got back together with her backup dancer boyfriend that she had already been with, already publicly wrote, like, I Hate You, Ricky songs, and now they're back together, and don't worry, immediately they have matching I Do Love You tattoos on their collarbones.
No, never get a matching tattoo with somebody, ever.
And this is not even her first matching tattoo.
It's not. In fact,
she had them with Pete Davidson, right?
She had them with Pete Davidson, and we also here at page 7 made many jokes because she and Cynthia Erivo both got For Good tattooed on their hands.
Everything's matching tattoos on her fucking body.
But also, it is funny because For Good, that is what the tattoo says, but everyone knows tattoos on the palms of your hands are not for good. They actually go away. So it's already fading, and I think that's very funny. And I don't think the I do love you is going to be fading anytime soon, though.
I was always told that like word tattoos are like that you should use them sparingly.
It's not cool.
Because I always wanted, just like every song lyric that ever resonated with me, I wanted to put it on my body. And, people were like, you don't want to just cover your body in long strings of words. Although maybe they were wrong.
Letting you know, MJ, it's actually, in tattoo culture, it's actually come full circle. Now it is back in vogue to get word tattoos, especially like light and black and like fine gray line work and stuff like that. So it is back. And I know that it hurts my chest that I have definitely made mention before that my tattoos now immediately age me because I have been told by multiple people that it is very millennial to get big, like traditional bold tattoo work, and in the new version it is more either the cyber, like that cyber lightning, like that, I don't know, whatever that stuff is, or it's like light words or light drawings and like little doodles,
and then one day that'll be considered like
old. It all comes full circle, y'all.
Whenever I see somebody with a tribal tattoo, I know you had a crazy time in the early 2000s. I know you probably like almost signed up to go to the war in Iraq, and you probably you definitely went on spring break in Miami.
Spring break, I'm sorry, you were talking about Rumspringa earlier.
Because I look like I'm going to Rumspringa right now. I thought I was I'll wear cute combat boots and a dress, and I just look like I'm going to Rumspringa.
No, you look great. You look a lot better than Ricky and Ariana Grande do right now with their matching tattoos. Now, I guess question for you guys. Now, you said never get a matching tattoo.
I just meant like never get I would never put a guy's name on my body. They're like, sure. I love you, James. Let me get it on my body. Like, absolutely not. And the same goes for like any other couple. Maybe your kids, because your kids will stay with you forever, but you don't know where this person's going to be next year. And it kind of sounds like branding.
I like the idea of being like, not sure about the kids either. But no, I would totally get my, Gideon and I have talked about like trying to get like artwork from the kids or something tattooed. But I know a couple who got like, instead of rings, they got like tats instead.
Do they work in blue collar industries?
I don't know, but I know that they are no longer together. So I think that's, then just got a mark on your finger. Or I guess, so it sounds like Ariana she just morphed some of those Pete Davidson tattoos into other tattoos or got them removed. But you'd think that once you had to get your lover's tattoos removed, you would not get another lover's tattoos. But it's really like it's a Tobias Funke. But this time it'll be different,
Right. It really is. Now, I have a matching tattoo with my husband. It is not his name. It's the outline of a Bigfoot, and we got it on our honeymoon.
Aww.
And it's also hidden. And I feel like that is the kind of thing that, like, if you were to, personally, I feel like then at least if anything were to happen, it's hidden. Not everybody can see it.
And it's Bigfoot. It's Bigfoot with a line around it. It looks cool.
And I love Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But is it hidden from your heart? Because I feel like it's not what other people think about your tattoo. It's that if you break up with obviously you and Jeff are never going to break up because you're perfect.
Ever gonna break up. We're changing it. Yeah.
But I feel like what would be sad to me is not, everyone knows I have this matching tattoo with my husband, but that every time I see it, it would ignite, I don't know, a sadness or a rage or a mix.
You know what's really crazy? At some point, you start getting enough tattoos that you don't see a lot of them anymore. Now, I also am bad that, like, I don't know if I really want a lot of tattoos on my back because I can't see them. And I have realized that, like, I like to see the work that has been done. I like to see what the pain has begat me.
I mean, you have cool tattoos.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I get, as long as I can, the best part is that I can't, sorry, take it over again. My brain, when your brain starts moving too fast and then I could smell it overheating.
You got a lot going on.
I got a lot going on inside of here. But what I was talking about is then they hide from you. Like this one that's huge on my arm, I don't even see it most of the time because of where it is on my body. So if you can't see it, it doesn't exist. And it doesn't matter.
When I was 18, I almost got My Way or the Highway on my back as a tramp stamp. The Limp Bizkit
Tramp
thing.
stamp?
Yeah.
Oh my God, let's go get them done. I'll get a matching tramp stamp with you that says My Way or the Highway. This time I'm gonna let it all hell out.
My Way or the Highway.
Oh my God, this is gonna be great for our branding.
It's a great reveal because if you are getting intimate with somebody and then they discover that,
What if that was my only tattoo? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Like, I only have one little, and like you think it's like
One
a little
little
butterfly.
tattoo.
It's My Way or the Highway.
Huge and like Roman font, just taking up your whole lower back and the top of your ass too, so they can't cover it at all.
No.
I mean,
now, I want to know a little bit more about this Disney adult show that you mentioned earlier. I know that so you included this link of Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell talking about Disney adults and how it's weird. And then a bunch of people were like, they're mean. It's not weird. And I feel like we can have both, right? I love a fandom. And I think that we embrace fandoms here.
We do.
And and we know Ed is a Disney adult.
Ed is a
like
Disney adult.
the biggest Disney adult. And so I just wanted to see if either of you guys had wanted a little platform to explore your views on the Disney adult.
I feel like Disney adults.
And this is also coming from Amber, who did come to see the show, and and you came out, which I really appreciated. I love seeing you out there. You came to see the show, so I'm glad that we're talking about this.
Everybody did a great job on the show.
Thank you. That's why I brought you. That's why I brought us up. Thank you.
Disney adults, I don't think they're hurting anybody. I think
Correct.
it comes from a place where you want a walkable, nostalgic city where there's no crime. And I think it might.
Oh, it's like a utopianist.
It's a utopianist, and I think it also might stem from a little bit of early trauma, where you probably had a very.
I don't know
See,
about that.
That's what Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler said, and then everyone was like, the Disney adults, I think, were like, fuck off.
No, because you might have had a hard childhood where things were outside of your control, and then now you can go inside the Magic Kingdom. No one dies here. Look, there's Mickey and Minnie. Oh, wow. Everything's walkable and clean and safe. And then you could just like put on Sleeping Beauty, put on a movie, and it's like calm and comforting. And the stories they derive from like old stories. So it just feels like it's inherent.
Right.
And daddy's not yelling at mommy.
Right. and
I also wonder, though, it's possible that some Disney adults had such a good childhood.
Yes.
Maybe they're having a traumatic adulthood. And they're like, you know what? Childhood was awesome.
Yeah.
Let me keep going back to those memories and those feelings,
And
right?
we just need to revert back. And because here's the thing, I really genuinely don't have any issue with most Disney adults. I think a lot of them that I've met, my slime from chat, like we know many. Eddie is an amazing Disney adult.
I can't wait to go to Disney with my children with Eddie as our
God.
shepherd.
Yes.
He's going to know exactly where to go.
He has everything memorized. Like, that's why I feel like we can talk about this, because we know and love like a true Disney adult.
Yes.
Like, and with absolutely zero judgment about it.
And but that's what I love about this show that Eddie does. It's like the dark underworld of Disney. So it's not, so it's for Disney adults, but it's also for people like us that are like, oh, but also some weird shit happens at Disney that everything gets covered up. So they also are experiencing that. I actually really wanted to talk about this show because it was so fun that we were hanging out, because D23 was over the weekend, which is like the Disney convention. And so it was a big deal. So a lot of Disney influencers were in town. That's why this show happened. And it was fun to talk to them, where a lot of them have like PG, maybe PG-13 content, maybe. And it was fun talking to them, but tell me what you really know. And like one of them was telling me about his favorite character is Tarzan, and it makes him so sad because they can't have Tarzan be a character at the park anymore because it was all across the board gender-wise, but a lot of women just wouldn't keep their hands to themselves.
Whoa.
And that this is I also included this link that I just put in the doc, MJ, that an ex-Peter Pan performer has shared his genuinely harrowing experience with another stalker at Disneyland after a TikToker's interaction with him went viral. These poor character actors, and this has been rampant, that people are just like, you're a thing. I'm just gonna, I can do whatever I want to. They're still a human being. You can't just put your hands all over somebody's chest.
They do the same thing at like male go-go dancer clubs.
Oh my God.
I almost went to this place called Los Globos where they have men in thongs dancing around. I thought it'd be great.
Yes.
But there was a lot of disclaimers, like before you even bought the tickets, it was like, you cannot touch them. You cannot touch them. They are people.
Don't touch the men.
And I was like, what is going on at Los Globos?
Dude, did I ever tell you that this one male strip club on 9th Ave in New York, and I'll never forget because the women were so scary. I've been to many female strip clubs. I'm from Tampa, which I believe has the highest amount of strip clubs per capita or something. So thank you. So yeah, I've been to many of them before. I have never seen people act so reprehensible before. They were actually like the men coming around delivering drinks, not the strippers. They would like try to rip their underpants off as they're just doing their job.
Oh my God.
Like, y'all know I'm a horny gremlin over here, but I'm not like that. Like, I couldn't imagine putting my hands and trying to rip off somebody's underwear while they're at work.
That's assault. But the Peter Pan story is even weirder because Peter Pan's a boy. That's the whole point. I mean, I know the actor is a young man, but like the character is a forever boy. And this TikTok person who's like, oh, I'm just having a fun little stalking experience of Peter Pan. And it's like, this is not you're going to want to reevaluate like how you present here. Like this is not, you got to find an adult character to stalk.
Yeah,
at
that's
the very
weirdest
least.
one. Like, at least have a crush on
sure.
Gaston or something.
You know, that's the thing.
Gaston, the Beast, anybody.
Gaston also is having a lot of difficulty performing because he also gets grabbed on.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And they're like, oh, you're a big man. You can take it. Like there's that mentality. And so I really was just like, talking to them, that I was like, what's something you know that you could never say? You know, like I just kept like trying to like, tell me all and then they almost didn't want to. And in my brain, I'm like, that's because it's a cult. But I didn't say that aloud to them. They really didn't want to speak poorly of the institution overall.
Well, they might have signed an NDA.
Who knows? I don't know anything about the world of Disney influencing. All I know is that they're having a great time, having a great big beautiful tomorrow, and we love that for them. But we can't be out there grabbing boys and grabbing on men either, because it doesn't really matter.
Yes, that's true. Don't grab on men or boys,
Don't
guys.
grab on any of them. Now, Ursula, she's asking for it. I mean, she's got those tentacles out, and that's just not on me. Like, that's on her.
Well, she's the like great molester. You know, she got 8 tentacles.
Yeah, exactly. Great molester. And hopefully that's not what we're going to hear more about during this ad break.
But what if it was?
But what if it was? What if we signed off on it? But what if we signed off on it? Then what are you going to do? Then that's on us. But I'm really, I'm going to have more and more fun with these transitions as time goes on. I think you guys can tell. But I really am not I'm more of a coaster gal. Did I rant towards these poor Disney people about my feelings about Disney taking the Muppets? Yeah, of course. Like I just spewed at them, and then one of them, oh my God, there's like super like you can only get this Muppet merch at the con, and they don't sell it anywhere else. And now I've got to hook up.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got to hook up to the Muppet merch. So this is big for me.
Who's your favorite Muppet?
Oh, it depends on the day.
Really?
Really. I'm a Rizzo enthusiast, first and foremost.
He's the rat, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. And it depends. I mean, throw a Pepe in there. I'm down. It used to be forever. It was Fozzie. But that changed in
Which
time.
one's Fozzie?
The funny bear.
The bear.
The comedy
Amber,
bear. Amber, I'm trying not to get upset with you right now.
Moon?
I'm trying not to get upset with you right now.
I didn't watch
Fozzie?
the Muppets growing
Who's
up. I don't
Fozzie?
know.
Who's
I'm sorry,
Fozzie?
I know I'm being like one of those, like, you haven't seen The Godfather? So I'm sorry. But
for
it is,
us-
the Muppets are the godfather of
To us.
culture.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
they're lovely. I saw them take Manhattan. I saw them take Manhattan.
That's why I don't
did.
like them. I
did
don't
take
trust them again. I saw them take Manhattan.
Or no, it was the Christmas one, the Christmas Carol
Muppet
one.
Christmas Carol.
Ed showed me that one. I cried at the end.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful show and like
It was written by
heartwarming.
Charles Dickens, so it's very well written.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Just very heartwarming and
Yeah.
like the characters are all so different.
But at the same time, MJ, so is Ebenezer. And it doesn't
Yeah.
mean we're going to go see that either.
Well, I don't know if Ebenezer was written by Charles Dickens because it seems to be unnecessary filler before. I mean, Charles Dickens wasn't writing the prequels.
Amber, there's this new Johnny Depp version of Christmas Carol coming out called
I don't like it.
Ebenezer, and it's literally a tagline is like, before he was Scrooge, he was Ebenezer. But then you watch the trailer and it's just the story for a Christmas Carol. I imagine they're gonna, but it's from the stocking's point of view. Like, I feel like it's gonna be one of those, and I couldn't care less.
I've always gotten the ick from him, and we don't have to get too much into it. I'm on Amber Heard's side. I'll say that publicly.
Yeah, you can get the ick
Yeah,
from him.
I think
we're allowed to
always-
say that
yeah.
here.
I
We
would-
can
yeah.
say that here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're allowed to say that. Yeah, everyone got so weird about that. But I just love saying that, the Christmas Carol is a great story because after Jackie and I watched 10 Things I Hate About You, which will be coming out over the break as one of our episodes of 10 Things I Hate About You watch
I
along.
love that
And you can
movie.
fully
It's
watch
so
along with
good.
us over on the Patreon, patreon.com/page7podcast. We have the full movie up there, and you can watch us watch it.
Heath Ledger.
But I went to meet a friend afterwards and I was like, I just watched 10 Things I Hate About You and man, that story really holds up. And the friend was like, it's because it's written by William Shakespeare. And I said, you're right.
Oh, shit.
But they could have torqued with it, and they did it. You know what I mean? Like, you're right. But it's still, you meant the movie. And also, okay, snob. You know what? I take it. Okay. Oh, because it was written by William Shakespeare. I don't think William Shakespeare was writing in Heath Ledger sings I Can't Smile Without You up on the fucking bleachers, okay?
If somebody's doing that to you, if you want to get even snottier, just say, was it Shakespeare or was it Moliere? Because there's a big debate on whether Moliere actually wrote Shakespeare. If you want to out-cunt somebody, do that.
Oh, yes. You can't correct me. I'll correct you.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Get him right back. Yeah, get him right back. But, there's not a lot of things that we're going to be getting right back to, except for the fact that Kaia Gerber, so Nepo baby, we're talking Neps right now.
She's
all right?
Cindy Crawford.
She's Cindy Crawford's child, 24-year-old. I will say, is gone beyond, how dare I, Jackie, at this point. She's more than a Nepo. She's more than a Nepo, okay? She's also possessed by a demon. And that's where we're going to leave that.
Isn't she the one that was like filming? She was in college and she was like, I'm just here to have fun.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
No.
Right?
Kaia? Or are you thinking of Apple? Or are you thinking of Apple Paltrow?
No.
Oh, excuse me, not Apple Paltrow. What's her last name?
Martin. Apple Martin.
Apple Martin.
No, it was the Gerber baby. She was
Really,
like doing
Gerber
these
baby.
kind of get readies with me in college. And then granted, like she's in college, I'm not going to hold her to a high standard. And yeah, you are there to have fun. But some people look at college as like, oh my God, this is my only way out.
Yeah, I think a lot. I mean, I imagine a lot of people out there do.
Yeah.
But I did want to just leave it there that she was possessed by a demon as a child, and she underwent an exorcism.
What?
She sure did.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think that it is child abuse per se to put a child through an exorcism, but like you gotta like really know there's a demon in there, right?
Yeah, I think this story reflects poorly on Cindy Crawford. That's my takeaway.
Yeah, I guess I'd take that too. Although, man, if someone offers me an exorcism, I'm not going to turn them down.
Just to see, while I'm here, you may as well see if you can shake a demon out.
Clean out the cobwebs. I mean,
Right.
who knows what's in there? It's like how we all used to be scared that we're going to wake up someday with schizophrenia. You know, it's like, who knows what could be hiding in the shadows? And I don't want it to be awoken, at least not before I read the list.
Oh,
Who's on the list? Me!
Jackie!
Gotta have that
list.
15 celebrities who exposed the rude, weird, and seriously questionable things other stars said to them in private.
Oh.
Seth Rogen recalled the bizarre time he and Judd Apatow were hanging out at Tom Cruise's house in 2006 when Tom started talking to them about Scientology. According to Seth, Tom offered to spend about 20 minutes explaining what the religion was really about. And Seth later joked that he was relieved Judd shut the conversation down because Tom was so convincing. He said, if I was there alone, I would be singing a very different tune right now, Seth said. It does not appear that Tom or his team has responded to Seth's account.
I mean, Tom. He's like a giant movie star. Like, who am I?
You call him Tom. We know who you're talking about.
Tom Cruise is he is a big movie star, and he's just very like he can connect to you through the fucking screen.
I can imagine being not to Scientology necessarily, but I can definitely imagine being persuaded into joining a cult. Especially by an attractive, charismatic actor.
I know that I referred to Disney as a cult earlier. I say this out of love. It is still surprising to me to this day that I am not a part of a cult. I guess the network is kind of as close of a cult as I can be. But every time I watch cult docuseries, and especially the ones that are like, we just smoke weed and have sex, man. What's the problem?
I'll join.
Yeah.
If I was pitched that 10 years ago, you would have never seen me ever again. If someone asked me, but the problem was no one was looking me up and down and was like, that's the one we need in our cult, you know? No one ever wants me. And I think it's because I blab and I would talk too much about it.
Yeah, you talk too much, and you're very much like, get off me. They don't like it. They don't like that.
No.
And this conversation between Seth Rogen and Tom Cruise happened in 2006, which crucially is before that documentary came out. And I think I think that in 2006, it might have been easier to be like, oh, maybe this is a fine conversation to have. And then I want to say whenever I think it was 2013 or 2014 when that documentary came out about the Miscaviges. And I think since then, it's going to be harder to convince me to join Scientology.
Yeah. I mean, especially when all the things we know about Scientology, not very good. And then maybe this is just coming from us that are in Los Angeles. So Scientology is still really everywhere here. Also me coming from living in Clearwater, Florida, which is the home of Scientology.
Right.
So I've just been really drowning in Scientology for most of my life. And again, I've never joined it. So it can't be that good of a cult.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Well, cults are a very American thing. And in my opinion, it's because we're such a car-dependent area and people are very lonely and they're broke, that you want you want community and you want to be taken care of.
Are you saying you're a member of a cult right now?
I am.
And what kind is it and can I join?
It's called sociology.
Okay.
It's where it's not Scientology.
Okay.
It's just sociology where I'll sit and we talk about human experience.
Oh, but
That sounds great.
there's no nobody's getting drugged.
Nobody's getting, unless you want to do drugs.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody's getting drugged. Amber, nobody.
Step up your cult game.
I know. That's why nobody's joining.
You gotta grease the wheels by greasing the palms with drugs. That's what I always say. So I guess all you have to do is offer drugs or offer a really convincing argument, which is what Tom Cruise is known to do. I'm sure he wouldn't have been the first, and I'm sure he wouldn't have been the last, Seth Rogen. But Molly Bloom, the author of Molly's Game, wrote that Tobey Maguire was one of the biggest regulars at the secret high-stakes Hollywood poker games she ran. She described him as the worst tipper, the best player, and the absolute worst loser. But she claimed that one night he held out a $1,000 chip and told her to bark like a seal who wants a fish if she wanted it. Molly said she refused and remembered feeling humiliated. She also wrote that Toby had initially helped her succeed, but later started turning on her as her role in the games grew. She said she was frustrated that he hassled her about the money she was making and publicly humiliated her. There does not seem to be a response from Toby or his team to Molly's account. Now, MJ, I threw him away I threw that bay away with the bathwater a long time ago. And MJ, how does this make you feel? Because MJ still's got a little spark for the old pussy posse. I'm going to say not captain, but admiral.
Member. Yeah, he's a high-ranking member. You know what it is? It's not just Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. It is the film Cider House Rules that I really love him in.
You kings of England. You children of what?
I
will never have a parent. I'm surprised he said that to them every single night. Was that Cider House Rules?
That was Cider House Rules.
you.
Yes.
Did you say children of rot?
Yeah.
That's kind of poetically.
They were all orphans.
Princes of Maine and Kings of New England, I think is the line. It's a big long, blah, blah, blah. It's a big long book written by John Irving that I really love the book and then I really love the movie and I love Tobey Maguire.
Rascals and you love John Irving. MJ.
I'm sorry.
Not made for this time.
Not made for this time. And yes, my boner for Tobey Maguire is gone because the blinds are getting rough out there these days. A lot of Epstein in the blinds and we don't talk about that here. And a lot of Tobey Maguire in the blinds. And I can't bone for somebody who's in the blinds that way.
No, especially if it's not like for positive reasons. It's always like, look at how young he's kissing.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that tongue waggle into that child's mouth.
But it's weird because he's such a nice guy. Like, he was cast as this nice guy. So, I mean, I guess that he has something to prove. He's like, you want me to be a nice guy? I'll be a sexual predator.
That's how you prove it.
That's always how it is, though. Like, the people that play the heroes and the nice guy, or at least in theater and on plays that I did, it was always the person that played as the nice guy that was like, get away from me backstage. But, like, the villain was usually the nicest person.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Just like Javert, that I wanted to kiss him so badly when one of the other high schools did Les Mis, which they shouldn't have, but they killed it. They were at States, and he played Javert, and I was so in love with him, but it broke my brain. How could I be in love with Javert?
I'm going through the same thing right now because the person who played Javert at Radio City Music Hall was the best actor I've ever seen in my life, and now I have a crush on Javert.
Ooh, I mean,
it's a problem.
That's why we got to get some of that Tom Cruise charm to charm him off that bridge. We can change him. We can fix him, please.
We can fix him. We can fix Javert.
Kathy Griffin said she was at a tiny dinner party with around 8 people when she finally got the chance to talk one-on-one with Jack Nicholson about The Departed. Then, according to Kathy, an allegedly wasted John Hamm started leaning over and whispering insults in her ear, including, "You're so old," and "You know your Emmys are fake Emmys." Kathy didn't remember it as playful teasing, and she said she never forgave Hammy for that. Which also, he's hammered. It's John Hamm. You're Kathy Griffin. I'm pretty sure you've said a couple of things. You know what I mean? I feel like you could have a little bit more grace if you're her, right?
Yeah, I wasn't there, of course, but maybe he was like, "Oh, she's a comedian.
She can take it."
You know, whenever
I think that's it.
I'll tell people I'm a comic, and they'll be like, "Oh," and then they'll be like, "You can take the most insulting thing I can ever tell you," and I'm just like, "Actually, I'm sensitive."
It is.
Yes, totally. People are just like, "Oh, I'll be mean to you and I'll call it funny." And you're like, "No, I don't like this.
Please.
Stop."
Honestly,
I think that's it. I think he was trying to be cheeky.
I think he's trying to be cheeky. And recently, I actually had an experience like this. It was someone, which I hadn't had in a minute, that someone that had only listened to me from Roundtable and then was talking to me as if I was still that, and like was very like bawdy, but not in a funny way, and very demeaning. And not in a funny way because they weren't, but like they thought that like, you can take it. And it's like, there's really you don't know me. And that's also, I've done so many things since Roundtable too.
You're not an alcoholic anymore, for sure.
I don't even drink. So it's like, I feel like it's kind of, you know, my brain, you know, we forget that people can grow and change and also go from being nice Tobey Maguire into being pussy posse Tobey Maguire, you know?
Oh, that's his little cult where they go around, they just have lots of sex.
With Leo.
Yeah.
You know, as long as it's both okay from both parties.
They're young, but they're consenting.
They're very young.
Yeah, that's the word. I forgot what that meant.
Consent.
What's that word?
Okay.
They're both agreeing to it?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Which also, we didn't even get into the, I forgot to bring up we're dating the same guy Facebook group. Amber, I have to at least, end of the list. We have to bring this up real fast because it really is crazy to me that Facebook is so heavily, and the amount of people that have written in to Who's the Bitch about people that have put up logins, what am I, 1,000, using these forums to find out if the person that they're dating is also dating many other people. And so many people find out that their person is dating other people
or married
through these Facebook forums. And I was like, I don't even look at Facebook anymore. It's like buy nothing groups and this.
Because a lot of times, you'll go on a date. I don't want to go into specifics on what happened, but like something bad happened. I'm safe. I'm physically safe. And then this person unmatches with you and can block with you on everything. So there's no reporting. You can't go report. But what you can do is just go on a group and say, hey, so just a little bit of a warning is that this is what this person is going to try to do. At your own discretion, go on the date, but here's a picture of them and here's what they're going to do. And then multiple people in that thread said, I went on a date with him and he demanded a blowjob after dinner and then blocked me on everything when I said no. He was very pushy with sex. He wanted to take the condom off. And I was just like, what?
This is how people are finding out?
This is how we find out. And then several girls on that thread were like, oh my God, I'm supposed to go on a date with him tomorrow or Friday or Sunday. Like multiple people came out and they were like, thank you for talking about this. And from the thread I posted, there's going to be a resurgence in the group where mods are going to go through because I think there's secret incel dudes in there who are posting anonymously, calling me a whore, calling this is no way a woman
truly disgusting
this. And
truly
bullying me to try to get it down because they knew that so many women were commenting saying, oh my God, I have a date with him. Oh my God, that was my experience too. And I'm like, wow.
Nuts.
It's nuts.
Thank you for sharing this. I just want just because it really is crazy the amount and that this is now we have to use Facebook as a Yelp for dates because that's the only way we can find out if someone is safe or not. That's insane.
I mean, granted, there's always a line there where someone could be making stuff up, sure. But the amount of times where a woman has said, hey, I'm supposed to go on a date with him. Something feels a little off. Any thoughts? And the comments are like, he's married. That's my husband.
Aaron Sorkin should tell this story about Facebook, not the story about how Zuckerberg is a misunderstood genius. This is when Facebook becomes community care. This is the only times that Facebook is good is when it is community care, ability to connect. Same buy nothing. It's a great way for people to connect. And I remember groups like this even existing informally back in back in stand-up days in New York in the early aughts, people would try to exchange notes from OkCupid if there was Predator guys. But this is the only good thing that this shit is for.
And it's weird because these sites are regularly being discussed of should we take it down? But not the sites that are I know a girl who was on an underground website where they just post nudes of women without their consent. So those are never really, or that what's that app where hundreds of thousands of men were talking about how to rape your wife? Remember that one?
Yes.
How do you do that?
Yes, the academy, the academy of they were teaching everybody. Yeah. I really I think about it all the time, Amber, and I'm glad that we brought it up here today on page 7 because
you said keep it light. You said keep it light, keeping it light. But I think women need to protect ourselves.
We need to protect ourselves because you're right. It really is. It's insane. And then you hear, that's why part of the reason why we're talking about this, that I'm just saying that this is a place that you can go and hopefully get some answers if you need to. And isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. I've seen women post stuff where there's bruising on them. And they're I've gone to the police, but there's only so much you can do, but I'm just warning you about this person.
Wow.
I swear to God, it's crazy.
Amber, every day when I ask you, have you sewn your pussy shut yet? And you say not yet. I think it's the perfect exchange. I think it's better than a hi, how are you,
Right. It's rough out there. And I know it's rough out there for everybody. And I don't want to be like a victim or a sob story, but it's because you don't know this person. And any kind of person can exist because anybody can have a kid. And I don't want to have a eugenics conversation. I think anybody should have a kid. But the only thing is,
Sydney Sweeney always, she wants to,
I've
though.
got great
Let her
genes,
over here.
Great genes. But that means any two people can just be like, have a little bitty person in their life and be like, yeah, you can just do whatever you want and get away with it. Yeah, just go ahead and lie and gaslight. And then that person grows up and then they exist in the world and they're on an app where you don't know anything about them. So you go out on a date and then like you have to go from there.
Never trust, never smile. You heard it here at Page 7 first.
And never see because I think I'm going
blind.
items.
I can't see them.
It's time for blind items. Buckle up, Amber. This A-list actress from several hit shows who now stars in a popular commercial was once at a club back in the day. The club was crowded. Our actress kept rudely shoving her way past people. After her third rude shoving trip, a woman said something to the actress, and the actress punched her and ran off. Yes, it is tough in the blinds these days, guys. It's either...
Did you say famous commercial?
Okay,
what?
no.
Is it Flo from Progressive?
Because it's like the Pine Sol woman.
No, this is at first I was like, wow, blinds I am scraping the bottom of the barrel, but also this one is actually pretty fun. So she's an A- list actress.
Okay.
She's also in a commercial. I'm going to be real with you. I don't remember what the commercial is.
I don't even remember the last time I've seen a commercial, MJ.
Doesn't matter. She's not known for her commercials.
Okay.
We talk about her on this show with some frequency.
Okay.
So she's not somebody who you'd be surprised to hear about. Sounds like she was shoving at the club once and she shoved somebody and then she punched them after somebody corrected her about it. She was
shoving at the club, bottles full of bub, my mom gonna eat.
This is fun because she's kind of famous for being very buff and strong.
Buff and strong.
Is she the woman from It Keeps Happening Over and Over Again? What's that movie? One Battle After Another? She's tough and strong.
Ooh, yeah, she is tough and strong.
It's not Teyana Taylor, but I like calling it that movie. It keeps happening over and over again.
It keeps happening over and over again.
I can't remember the title. It's always It Keeps Happening Over and Over again.
Happening over and over again.
No, not her, but she is very tough and strong. No, this is like
Kristen Stewart.
No. Okay, let's see. Her ex-husband, we love him. But he's a bit of a doof. We talk about him a lot.
Ex-husband, we love him.
She's kind of like
Jennifer Lopez.
You're so close.
Jennifer Garner. What
You got it.
commercial?
I don't know.
What fucking commercial?
Jennifer Garner,
she punched someone at the club. Long story short.
No, she didn't.
Allegedly.
She
look like
would
again?
never. Jennifer Garner's a goddamn goddess. There's no way she would.
Alias. She has the training, Jackie. We know she's very strong.
She is very strong.
That's why this item made me laugh so hard because I feel like they just chose a random woman with muscles.
Amber does not agree.
She would never.
No, she has like a garden and stuff, right?
Yes,
Oh,
she
yeah,
loves
she's like,
Ina.
She's like the most classy person in Hollywood, which is why this one's kind of fun. I just like the idea of her shoving someone 3 times and then somebody being like, you're shoving, and her just bam, right there.
I like that you think that she's known for being strong. Do you mean like of emotion? Or just
Isn't she Alias, right?
Oh, because of Alias.
Yeah.
And then
she's strong.
she did get more jacked recently because she was in one of the Marvel movies and she was talking about how she had to try to pretend like she still had a body like she did in Alias.
Because of emotion. She's known for being like a very muscly woman, isn't she?
No, she's known for like her chicken and eggs, and like she loves hanging out with Ina and like having a glass of wine.
I think
and, like,
that's new.
She's not. I love you, MJ, and you know I never try to say nay to you. I never would, but I do.
Strong woman doesn't evoke Jennifer Garner.
I think so. I think of the Alias, and I think of what's that Devil Dog movie? The Devil. She's a devil.
She's a devil dog. It's just called Hey That Bitch. Yeah,
but she's an Aries. Fun fact.
So she is strong.
Yeah.
Devil Dog movie.
Devil Dog.
What's the
Don't
one
worry
she's
about it, MJ. Devil Dog.
Daredevil.
She-Devil.
She-Devil.
Devil Dog.
Daredevil?
She's
Daredevil.
redoing She-Devil. She's going to do Roseanne's and Meryl Streep's character,
I
which is
love
going to be difficult.
She-Devil. When she just drops the kids off and I know it's like not current. She just drops the kids off with her ex. She's like, I don't know, you take care of them.
Oh, yeah,
I was
man.
like, more women should do that.
She has had enough.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
All right.
MJ, hit us with if that was your A game, you hit us with your B game now.
Just wait. I cannot emphasize enough how much I was sweating looking through these blinds trying to find something fun.
We're gonna figure this out.
Just wait for number 3. But this is number 2. I wrote about this in the past couple of weeks, but it does look like the actress/singer is using her former boyfriend to hide the fact that she is sleeping with yet another married man.
Whoa. Ariana?
Yes, I was going to say, who's famous for sleeping with married men? Ariana, and the married man in question is allegedly Christian Brushflower, the producer of the Pedal music, of the producer of the Pedal music video.
Aha.
Sounds like somebody needs to
Collaborating.
go on the Facebook dating app.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's about Ariana.
About Ariana.
And her relentless dating of married men.
Well, then do you think that she then paid off Ricky to get the matching tattoo to try to get the scent? Because I feel like Ricky probably at this point is down for just the publicity, you know?
I think that, I don't know. So there's the link. Sometimes the blind will have like links to its like textual sources, you know? And so this linked to an article in Music Blog. Christian Brushflower reveals Ariana. I'm sorry. I'm confidently saying the name wrong. Don't come at me. This director of Pedal reveals that Ariana Grande reached out after watching Doja Cat's Demons video. And so they worked together and they did the acclaimed Pedal video. And that was the video that triggered 1,000 please get help for your eating disorders. Right. So, he's married and he might be stupping Ariana. There's a whole Reddit post about the timeline and everything. So, allegedly.
Allegedly. I hope that she doesn't, take another married one. But, the heart wants what the heart wants.
The heart wants a married man. I know we shouldn't be kicking her while she's down. I know that Ariana is having a difficult time.
Yes.
But also, if we could divorce all of that, I do think it's just fun to have like a serial husband sleeper with her in pop culture, I
also forgot to make mention earlier on Wisteria Laniacs, MJ, that when some of the overweight mothers were being offered diet pills from Eva Longoria, one of the women said, okay, clickety clack. And I really appreciated that. I was like, I'm glad, because I say Ariana, she's a little bit of a clickety clack.
Is that what they called Ariana Grande?
But no, that's what I call Ariana Grande. But that's what they called Eva Longoria in Desperate Housewives. And I was kind of shocked that, I'm still saying clickety clack.
No, but that's hilarious. Okay,
it's
clickety
good.
clack.
It's good. Yeah, clickety clack. Justice for the people who get cast in Desperate Housewives to be punchlines because they are in larger bodies. It happens a lot. It was 2006, and it just keeps happening. Okay, you guys, you just have to wait for blind number 3 because
all right, hit us. All right, we're ready.
Craziest blind I've ever read in my life. Seeing the birthday party pictures this week made me think back to a long time ago, and I hoped that the birthday party was nothing like the one she hosted a few decades back. Okay, so this is one of these blinds where it's inspired by this celebrity in question had a birthday this week. Okay. And the writer of this blind is saying, I went to this celebrity's party decades back.
Okay.
And this is what it was like.
Oh.
Okay.
On entering the house, guests were instructed to remove their shoes. The white carpets were pure white. They sat on divans, not couches. They were told to wash. I don't know.
I'll look it up. D-V-A-M?
What?
D-I-V-A-N-S, divans. They were told to wash their hands before eating. There are soap and towels in the guest bathroom. Please use them. She served a 7-course dinner with 4 forks per place setting. Her china was Limoges. She had 4 wine glasses. She called the guests to dinner with a bell, and then she sat them boy, girl, boy, girl. Guests were not permitted to leave the table until they had cleaned their plates.
What?
One guest was instructed to finish the pecan pie so everyone everyone else could be served coffee. One couple paged themselves from the cell phone hidden in the bathroom and pled a babysitter emergency. A newly pregnant woman claimed morning sickness at 10:30 p.m. The rest stayed course in agony. I think it was her first dinner party because the help had all quit by the end of the evening. The guests were told the Limoges, that's the China, is directly from Germany. Most people wore light summer dresses and sandals or a sports jacket. Our actress wore a full-length sequin gown complete with diamond earrings and necklace.
I kind of love her.
I do. Low key,
I
dude. I kind of love this energy.
The tiara was from Tiffany's. Guests were not permitted to put coffee on adjacent furniture, but had to hold it in their laps.
Hands. Oh, damn. I thought they were having. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. Dude, please give me a cup.
Oh wait, the tiara was left at Tiffany's. That's a dig. Like there wasn't a tiara, but she was wearing a full sequin gown with diamond earrings. So this is a completely unhinged blind item describing a dinner party from an ambiguous amount of decades ago. And not only that, you guys, this is one of those blinds where they give you two options and you get to choose who sounds more right.
Now, as the blind went on, I realized it wasn't Martha Stewart. But I thought that with the party, 20 years ago, I for a while I was thinking Martha, but it's not Martha.
If it's diamonds and this fancy Germany furniture stuff, it's got to be like old school Hollywood.
Or like a Hilaria.
So the one option that they give as a guess makes total sense, except the timeline doesn't really add up. The other option you will never guess, and so I'm just going to help you. So the first option, she's not Martha Stewart. She wishes she was Martha Stewart. She's trying to be.
Yeah, it's Gwyneth.
One level down from that.
Yeah.
Who else is trying? No, not Gwyneth. Who else is trying? Not Gwyneth. One level down from Gwyneth. Who else is trying to be Martha
Meghan
Stewart?
Markle?
Meghan Markle.
Yeah, you got it, Amber. Meghan Markle,
yes!
because she just had a birthday party this past week. So it could have been her. The timeline, I feel like saying this is back when somebody had a pager. That doesn't feel quite right. But, they were paging themselves from the bathroom. But everything else does track in terms of what the blinds say about Meghan Markle and her desperate dinner parties and everything. Okay, now the
But she
other
has
option,
the lifestyle shows, so we know that she's been having many dinner parties.
well, now I'm like, maybe she's hosting these lifestyle shows to like right the cosmic wrong of this one psychotic dinner party.
She only married the Prince Harry, 10 years ago? I forget. My timeline's off.
Yes, but she was an actress before that with suits and everything. But are you throwing this kind of dinner party when you're in suits?
No,
I don't know.
no. For some reason, that timeline doesn't match up to me.
That's what I think. But the other person, it just seems wrong. I'm just gonna have to just say two words, which is Monsters Ball.
Halle Berry?
Charlize Theron?
Halle Berry. That is the other person listed as a potential answer to this blind because she had a birthday.
Monsters Ball was the only tip you could say for us to get Halle Berry.
To get quickly, I know we have to get to the Snackies to get quickly to Halle Berry. I'm going to say Monsters Ball.
It's just so funny because earlier MJ made a Broke Down Palace reference to me, and literally I made a Broke Down Palace reference as the Queen of Hearts on stage, and afterwards Eddie made fun of me because he said nobody thinks about Broke Down Palace, nobody's referencing Broke Down Palace, you're the only person doing this, and I was like, how dare, and this is why I always feel seen by you, MJ. Thank you.
I think about Broke Down Palace every time I fly.
Every
I think
time.
about Broke Down Palace.
I'm so scared someone's gonna finger me as a drug mule.
God, now did she willingly? I forget. She willingly brew the drugs, or were they snuck up in her suitcase?
There was.
I don't remember.
I don't. We know the basics, Amber. We know Claire Danes, and we know that we were scared of it happening to us. That's it. That's all we knew.
Screaming at the prison. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So this is a choose your own adventure. Do we think that Meghan Markle threw a dinner party where she wore full sequins and made everybody sit boy, girl, and wouldn't let them leave until they cleaned their plate? Or do we think Halle Berry did it because it was also her birthday and she had a birthday party last week?
I'll never do that to Halle Berry. We're saying it's Meghan Markle. I'm saying we're putting Meghan Markle on this one.
I don't want Halle Berry catching strays over here.
No.
I know that Halle Berry is like owns a lot of nice houses and does fancy things, but I just don't think she would do this.
I don't think she would either. Classier than that. And sorry, Meghan Markle, you ain't.
Whoa.
Yep. Heard it here first, folks.
And now I can see again.
Welcome
back. If anybody can just message the celebrities to tell them to stop engaging in so many sex crimes so that the blinds can be fun again. Please.
What are they supposed to do with their hands, MJ? It's like they're out here and they're always like this, so it's hard for them. And
That makes me sad.
1 week? Yeah, it's all sex crimes. It's all sex crimes on Olympic, and I feel it's depressing.
Sex crimes.
It makes me sad about it possibly being Meghan Markle because I wanted to hold hope.
Sex crimes?
A lot of people
that she was doing sex crimes?
Yeah, I wanted to hold hope that she was a molester. Now, I feel like the media is very anti her, and I think that
they're horrible to her.
She had a big thing to push through, and that's like marrying into this royal society. And I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. Yeah,
it's tough for because we sometimes have a little laugh about Meghan Markle's celebrity persona, but you're 100% right that she has completely been rat fucked by the media and by the royal family, and it's racist and it's sexist and it's both, and she gets a real tough go of it, which is why we try it not to talk about her that much. But again, the blind items are all of it's like Meghan Markle's drunk.
Really?
Everyone's a sex criminal, or this person's on Ozempic.
She does?
She's got a lot of stuff on her plate that she's, not a lot of projects and a lot of jobs that she's not finishing or doing that she's got to drink through it.
Wow. I mean, I bet it's going to be nice alcohol.
Bet.
Oh, you bet.
Bet, dudes.
And now, just one note before we go into the snackies about the blinds. Again, we will be talking more about Hayden Panettiere tomorrow. I know we recently read a blind about Hayden Panettiere, and I just feel like the blind was kind of like about it was about something that she describes in her book, but the blinds obviously, of course, are always guessing who things are. And I hope this goes without saying, but like what we read in the blinds is not, we don't take it as fact.
No.
There's occasionally you'll see something in the blinds over and over and over again. And then Jackie and I will start to kind of like refer to like, this comes up a lot in the blinds, but obviously what people are speculating about in the blinds is not journalism. And so I just want to say that I know we talked about Hayden Panettiere recently, and it just feels now that in this, like the wake of this tragedy, it just feels kind of like awkward. Like, the blinds are tough. It's like a lot of this is just like,
conjecture.
Conjecture, guessing about people's tragedies, and I'm feeling a type of way about the blinds this week, and I just wanted to name that because of Hayden Panettiere and all of the like sex crimes being described in the blinds.
Sorry, I started laughing because as you were talking, I wasn't laughing about what you were saying, MJ. I just started laughing, just imagining Halle Berry in a full gown, just being like, I was in Monsters Ball! You bastards! Look at my gown! I was in boy, girl!
Finish the pecan pie. I mean, I wish I could be a fly on the wall. I'd finish my pecan pie.
Yeah, I'll finish it. Yeah, I'll eat whatever you want me to eat.
Whatever you want, Miss Berry.
Yes, Miss Berry. Anything you say, Miss Berry. But also, Miss Berry, is it time for us to snack?
Yeah.
Hit it with the Jackie Snackies. Oh, yeah. So it's got to rev up. And I'm excited because, like I said earlier, value steaks and meaty chips. That's the Amber Nelson way. Snacky.
I've been a snacky girl.
They're meaty.
Snacky. I've been a snacky girl.
Snacky.
How meaty are the chips?
How meaty?
Is somebody gonna eat those chips?
How meaty gonna eat these chips? Gonna eat these chips? Oh no, gonna suck these chips.
Jackie's humping the Pringles,
I
guys.
need some Hawaiian barbecue, and I need it now, and I need it fast. It's meaty chips. I'm really excited because I really do know that about you. That you
That I
like
like cheap
meaty
steaks?
chips. Well, I said value steaks. Thank you very much. I didn't say cheap steaks.
You're
I
right,
said
value. Good value.
steaks. And I brought 2 different kinds of meaty chips for you. And I thought that you could choose which one you wanted to eat. because now this one, both of them are limited edition, y'all. So this is pressing. We've got Pringles Hawaiian barbecue.
Ooh.
And we have Lay's barbecue brisket.
Whoa.
Now, it does say on the Lay's, just throwing that out there, not that I'm trying to, convince you of one or the other. It does say that there's no colors from artificial sources and no artificial flavors. And does that make me feel like they just made a bunch of pigs just kiss the chips before they put them in? Yes, but maybe they did.
Is brisket pig? I thought it was cow.
I think it's cow.
No, it's cow. Well, then that's their main branding problem.
Right. I tried the brisket one.
You want the brisket one?
Yeah.
All right, you got it.
I mean,
I think you made the right decision, Amber. I have not had a good experimental Pringle yet. All of the experimental Pringles have been bad.
You know what it is? It's because the spectrum of flavor is so wide, and that's
The hot
really
ones
what
Pringles are okay. Sorry
you
to
guys said
interrupt.
that they were like mashed potato from the box. Right? Like rehydrated mashed potato?
Yes, right.
They're like
they were
reconstituted
pressed,
potato. Yeah,
like a
whereas
plywood.
a lay is like a thin potato
You
that
don't
is
gotta explain
fried.
to us what a lay is, MJ. MJ! Oh, I'm not that old. All right,
Like
let's see.
a lay is like a piece of wood, and a Pringle is like particle board.
Oh,
You
that
know?
is meaty. Is it gonna make this warm room smell like meaty chips? Yes, it is. Now, Amber, if you could hold this, I'd love to take a picture of you with the chips.
Oh, my room's very warm too.
Oh my God,
Warm.
she's the most beautiful woman with chips I've ever
Warm,
seen.
meaty
Thank you.
chips.
Warm meaty chips. Yeah, you get
Sorry.
me. Yeah, man.
Sorry.
Yes.
It
Yes.
smells
Yes.
like it smells like college throw up.
Smells like college throw up.
Oh no!
Sorry.
It's good. They're
All
gonna.
right, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Is somebody gonna eat these chips? Is somebody gonna dip these dips?
It's sweet.
It's sweet as
It's
heck.
really
What do you
sweet.
mean? What do you mean it's really sweet?
It's like sweet and smoky.
Yeah, like a slow cooked brisket.
Now I want to see if I can feel the rind on my teeth. Oh, these are wow. It looks like the chips got a tan.
I think
See,
you know
now
whatever,
I-
sorry.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, you go. You go,
Wow.
Amber.
Whoa.
You know whenever you're making
Wow.
vegan stuff and you want it to taste smoky and they have that
Yeah.
like wood smoke?
Liquid smoke?
Like,
Yeah.
I think it's just liquid smoke with some other couple things in there. Is there meat in it? Like actual meat?
Because I feel like there's two different flavor profiles of brisket. I feel like there's like Texas barbecue brisket, and then I feel like there's like Passover brisket, and I'm wondering which flavor profile.
It's
I'm not
Texas
a big
barbecue.
Yeah,
Texas
'cause
barbecue.
It's sweeter.
It's
You know
not
what it is?
Passover brisket.
The main flavors are the barbecue sauce. So I feel like it kind of tastes like they added extra liquid smoke to barbecue chips.
I think that's it. Yeah.
It's kind of like it's like a sweeter barbecue chip, but also barbecue chips have like a good amount of like a good chunk of sweetness in there. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really. I'm surprised because usually these kind of experimental chips, although I am getting the full barbecue mouth experience. I'm getting the barbecue flavor. I'm getting the liquid smoke, but you're right, Amber. It is just kind of giving that liquid smoke. My problem with meaty chips is you don't want to eat them on their own, but I also can't imagine really dipping them into something.
No, it has beef fat. That's the last ingredient.
Ah.
So I don't know if it was like cooked in beef fat. No, because it was like cooked in a lot of canola oil, but I'm guessing beef fat. Yeah.
Is
That's
it
the
giving
last.
beef? Is it
A little
you know
bit.
What I mean?
It's
Like
the last ingredient on the list, so it's got the least of it.
Yeah.
It's probably like rehydrated fat that they made into little like a
Dust.
Dust.
Yeah, and they just
sprinkled it.
dusted it with it, and they just were like, yeah, put a little. I feel like there's an ode to dog food, like MJ.
Yeah.
I do feel, I thought about you every time I think of meaty chips as dog food, and I don't know if that's how you want to be remembered, but that's how I remember you.
I'm happy with it, and guess what? I've got meaty chips today too.
No, you freaking don't, bro.
I sure do.
Yeah,
They are ruffles. They are ruffles, but they're buffalo wings.
And then we need a chip. And then it's empty, and they need a chip.
Hello, spicy. Hello.
Whoa,
Crunch.
it's a Buffalo Wings Minute Munch.
Hello, dude.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
It's
Minute Munch. Minute Munch. Minute Munch. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Get munchin'.
I've got Ruffles Buffalo Wings. Now you might be saying, MJ, I thought you already ate Buffalo Wing flavored chips, and I did, but they weren't Ruffles. They were Buffalo Wing combos and something else that I ate that was Buffalo Wing flavored.
So I
and
want to pit them head to chip head, all right? I want to see their little heads pop off. Like
Combo's got that little dry nut in the middle.
I like the Buffalo Wing combos. Actually, they were not bad. It's not a nut; it's a paste.
But I understand now. I understand. It's a little nutty, but in a different way.
I see. Well, the even better thing about these Ruffles Buffalo Wings is that they're about to expire. So I hope that just
Even
gives it
better.
a little.
Wait a second.
Even,
So is that? Have you had them for so long that they are about to expire, and you're like, aha, the proper vintage?
I only got them a couple of weeks ago. Oh, the smell! I can't finish the sentence because the smell is taking me out.
It's MJ's
no.
Minute Munch. Minute Munch. Get to munching, MJ.
This is the first time that the smell makes me truly afraid
Miss
to
me?
try it.
Oh.
Okay. And I love Ruffles. This is like such cognitive dissonance.
Not today, though, bro.
Ruffles are the best for texture.
Sometimes
agree.
it's a problem with buffalo wing stuff because then they try to add in the ranch or they'll try to add in a blue cheese.
No, the ranch
or they'll
is the
try,
dip.
And that's the thing. You dip it in that. And that's what, that's why I get myself like a good old green onion dip. You know what I mean? I get in there. MJ, you're not dry heaving.
I'm not dry heaving. Okay. We have a very similar story going on between your meat chips and my meat chips.
Oh my God, it's a meat cute chips.
Because what is good about the Ruffles Buffalo Wings is that it mostly tastes like buffalo sauce, which is a delicious flavor that you could absolutely share with a chip.
Yes.
And what you don't want is the meat flavor. You don't want the chip to taste like meat.
No, it's got a kicker of meat in there, huh?
And similarly, Amber, I'm so glad you looked at the ingredients of yours because the last two ingredients on mine are chicken broth and chicken powder. I don't want chicken broth in my chips. Get it away from my chips.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like the bouillon cube effect. Although, when were you talking? MJ, was it you that used to eat bouillon cubes?
I know,
Definitely
I did.
not.
Was that you?
Yeah.
It's gotta be
okay.
Amber.
Oh, it was Amber. It was Amber that used to eat
It
bouillon
could be
cubes.
two people. It could not be two people. We have one person. It was
person,
Amber.
and it
Yeah,
was
you get a
Amber.
pack, you just put it in some hot water and then suck on it. And then
That's fine.
Oh, you
yeah.
put it
If
in
it's
water.
in water, that's fine.
yeah, I wouldn't just eat them like dry.
Oh, I was talking about someone we know used to eat them dry, and now I feel like I have to go on some sort of like witch hunt. Wicker. I want both of them, but I now have to find this person because someone we know used to just straight up eat bouillon cubes, and I remember specifically asking, like the cube, and they said yes. So we'll figure that
Our friend
out.
a horse?
Yeah. Oh my God, it must have been Holden. Thank you for bringing it. Yeah. I must have been.
I'm like trying to even think of like a candy, like with a textural similarity to make a joke about, and there's nothing. There's nothing that's like a powder, like a cube of powder that you could even compare it to. But chicken powder. I could go the rest of my life without knowing that chicken powder is an ingredient, but here we are.
I feel like we were all brought together today by Meaty chips.
Yeah.
And also, I will throw it out there, this bag is far too big for the amount of Meaty chips that are in the bag. Like, really, it's just, I don't know what we're going to do with all these chips. Like, usually I can find some kind of like, I'll crush them up and I'll put it on chicken or something. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with these chips.
Maybe you can like put some meat in a crock pot, make some those like Midwestern pulled beef sandwiches, and then
crumble.
Crumble that.
So it's like meat on meat
Meat on
action?
meat, maybe.
But it's like fake meat on real meat action?
Yeah, I'd rather just the real meat.
I think I just rather
Yeah,
real
you're
meat.
kind of
Yeah, I
putting good
think
money after bad at that
I
point.
just feel
when
like
you're
that's dusting
make
it.
it a
Dusting it with
whole
bad
meal.
meat, Nobody
Whole meal
likes that.
just to find a use for these disgusting chips. At that point, you're like, I could just throw the chips
I
away.
could probably, or just I'm gonna go make everybody in the network eat them, which is what I usually do here. But wow, MJ, I'm so glad that we had a meaty experience together today, even though it really wasn't one that any of us ended up wanting in the long run.
That's okay. You got to try them all, you know?
Yeah, it can't all be a baseball steak for $20, which again, MJ, is a bad price to pay for a steak.
But it's a famous baseball steak.
Yeah, but especially it's cheap for a famous one, I'll tell you what. But also, we had a famous one right here in Amber Nelson. Thank you so much for joining us today on Page 7.
Thank you so much for having me. I always have a great time.
God, we love talking to you. And I love getting your fresh perspective on things, Amber. Even if we get a little weird and sad sometimes. But honestly, Amber, you're one of my favorite people to get weird and sad with.
Of course, you too, Jackie.
Thank you so much.
And you too, MJ.
Yeah, you too,
This
Amber.
has just been so wonderful. And guys, thank you all for joining us on this week's episode of Page 7. My name is Jackie Zabrowski. You can follow me on Instagram at JackThatWorm. Get all the information over there for all of my many, many projects and where you can find me. You can get all that information in my Instagram bio. And also don't forget to check out youtube.com/@page7lpn. Don't forget to check out youtube.com/@page7pod. April, keep all of these in. Don't forget to check out youtube.com/@page7pod. And that's where you can see us on film and come get at it. And next week, we are going to be getting at you with a double dose of Liza. So I'm really excited for that. But don't worry, we'll be back for tomorrow with second helpings. MJ?
You can follow us on Patreon, patreon.com/page7podcast. Stuff every day coming out over at the Patreon. You can email us, page7podcast@gmail.com. We really do love hearing from you. We love you guys. And Amber, we love you.
Amber, we love you so much. And also, I did forget to say thank you so much again to Tank Girl Jet Girl from our chat who gave me this Ernest shirt and it says wood on it because we would both kiss him. But just thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.